Welcome back, everyone, to the fourth episode of the Boys Hub Live. Today we have two-way NBA player with the Miami Heat and the SoFal Skyforce, Gabe Vincent. Gabe, how you doing today?
I'm doing good. How you guys doing?
Good.
Doing well.
Good.
All right. So, what
Let's get this
inspired
show on
you
the
to
road.
start playing basketball?
Say it again.
What inspired you to start playing basketball?
I mean, my origin with the game, I think, is similar to a lot of people. It's just the Saturday league, the YMCA, kind of just doing it to have some exercise, have some fun, play with your friends, and all that.
Yeah.
And I didn't really start taking it serious until about sixth grade, when I kind of decided this is kind of what I want to do and what I want to focus on.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Seems to be working out. So when you were growing up, who were like a couple players that you idolized?
I was always a big LeBron fan. Always. I had a fat head in my room. It's still sitting there in my parents' house. I was a big Ray Allen fan. I liked Paul Pierce. I liked a lot of guys. I never really had a team that was like I locked in on. So I just kind of saw different players I liked and tried to mimic from time to time.
Yeah, it's a good. I love LeBron. I know Shane used to not really like LeBron, but I think he does now.
Still not a fan.
He's coming
LeBron's
around.
the best player of all time. No debate.
You see that MJ documentary though?
Yeah, what?
I don't know, man.
On better.
It's
All
tough.
right.
Different eras, man. Different eras.
Yeah, for sure.
That's true.
All right. How did you overcome your ACL tear during your collegiate career?
With a lot of patience. Obviously, getting injured is something. That was my first big injury where I had to, have surgery and sit out. First surgery I ever had, and it just took a lot of time. Like you can only rush it so much. I tried to just be really diligent with my rehab, making sure I was doing the right things, making sure I was resting it the right way, and just we're hopeful that if I did all those things, that I would come back the same, if not better. So it took a lot of time. It took a lot of patience. It was frustrating. There were ups and downs with it, but eventually the work paid off.
Wow. Nice.
All right. What was it like scoring your first NBA basket against the Clippers?
Surreal. It was very surreal. It was I didn't even expect to play that game, to be honest. Until like halfway through the first quarter, I looked to my left and I saw a few guys weren't there, and I was trying to figure out what was going on, and that's when I realized they're probably gonna get traded. And so I started counting like who was on the bench with me, and I was like, I'm probably gonna get in this game today. I'll probably get in late in the fourth, and then my number got called early. Started the second quarter, so I try to just shake those nerves off that I had, and just I'm gonna go out there and try to just impact what I can and try to show my worth. And I had my first opportunity, I took it, and after I made that first basket, all the nerves went away and all the noise went away, and it was just kind of playing the game that I love.
Yeah.
Did
Cool.
Spoelstra call your number when you were checking in?
Yeah. He said, Gabe, I sat there because I waited to make sure I heard it right. So I sat there, kind of looked away, and he said it again. I was like, me? And I got up and ran in there.
I personally think Coach Spo, because I'm a Heat fan. I'm a huge Heat fan. I think Coach Spo's like
Heat Nation, baby.
Yeah. I think Coach Spo is like one of the best coaches in the NBA right now. So what's it like learning from him?
It's you take everything he said. When he speaks, you listen. Being around this whole front office, really, around Spoelstra, around the rest of the staff, around Coach Riley, all of them. When they speak, their knowledge is so vast, and so when they speak, you listen. And learning from Spo has been great. Even now, as we'll talk about film, or he'll send me some film to watch, it's still I'm still learning from him. I'm eager to continue to learn from him.
Yeah, super cool.
Good.
What was going through your mind during your pre-draft workout with the Kings?
Honestly, I was just happy to be there. I didn't anticipate to get any workouts. Some that was gonna come, and then I got a phone call to join. and I had injured my hamstring like a few weeks beforehand, so wasn't really in the best shape for that workout. But I was excited to have the opportunity to be, a team that I'm more familiar with, grew up near, watched a lot of the guys that are in the front office now used to play, so it was kind of just a fun experience to get out there and interact with them and be close to home. And I try to just embrace it all, knowing that I wasn't in the best shape, but just trying to be hopeful and continue to work hard.
How does playing in the NBA compare to playing, or like an NBA game compared to playing in a G League game? And like, how does the crowd surrounding you change the game?
That's a good question. The NBA to the G League it's interesting because a lot of the players that are in the G League have played in the NBA or have played overseas at high level basketball. And you got guys that are just as athletic as the people up top in the NBA in the G League. But the pace of the G League, I think, is a little bit faster. I think that the possessions, I don't want to say the possessions don't mean as much, but in the NBA, the talent level is just so much higher in terms of guys' IQ, the way they play the game, the way they read plays, read situations, that a 20-point lead in the G League is like a 10-point lead in the NBA. Like the leads can go away so quickly that it's because the pace of the game is so much faster. But the NBA is definitely more competitive. Having the crowd environment, sometimes giving you that playoff atmosphere is very intense. And to hear the crowd erupt and roar when you're in American Airlines, Duncan Robinson flies off in the corner, hits the three. It's an unreal feeling. But the interesting part about the G League is that there might not always be fans there. Some cities are better than others. But just the purity of the game and how much you can see these guys love the game when we compete. We're out there playing, fighting, and no one's really in the crowd. You kind of just get to see it in its purest form.
Yeah, great. And then, so we're gonna take it back to college with this one. What's it like having a big personality like JD Slackard on the sideline when you're out there on the court?
JD is my man. It's easy, I think, to lose that purity of the game I just mentioned, especially the higher up you go and the more it becomes a business. You have all these pressures weighing on you, all these different expectations that you may have or others may be putting on you. So it's important to remember to have fun with the game as well, without getting distracted. And I think JD had a good balance of that, and he brought that to our team during a crucial time.
Yeah, knowing JD a little bit off the court, definitely someone I'd want on my team.
For sure. Yeah, that's someone I want on my side when I go to battle any day.
Yeah. I got a quick side question. All right, so what's JD's best celebration you've seen him do?
He had one where he kind of, it was like he just like collapsed. I think he fell into Alex or Ami or somebody, and it was almost like he was having a seizure or something, but he was just freaking out, and it was just hilarious. They had to like bring him back to life. He probably has a clip of it somewhere y'all can get from him, but that one was pretty wild. I didn't see it obviously until after the fact. I had no idea what was going on because I was playing the game, but hearing about that one was hilarious. And then I saw the video later. I couldn't believe it.
All right. What was going through your mind after hitting the buzzer beater versus Poland at the 2019 FIBA Basketball World Cup in China?
Oof. At that time, we were still in training camp. So at that time, I hadn't officially made the team yet. And that was one of the last games, if not the last game, before we went and started the World Cup. Because that was a peak tournament we were playing in. And when I hit that shot, that was kind of a defining moment for us, trying to figure out who we were as a team. We had some guys hurt, some guys not able to play yet. So it was kind of my way to prove myself to that group. And to that coaching staff that I can contribute, I can stay on this team and be a contributing factor. And that happened to be one of my better games out in China. So it was awesome. It was fun. I was just hoping that Josh saw me in the corner, and when the pass came, I made sure I got it, got my feet set, let it fly, and just trusted my work that I'd put in countless hours beforehand.
Going back going back to like comparing the G League and the NBA, how does
Yeah.
mixing into it playing for the Nigerian national team? How does that compare?
So all three types of basketball are completely different, I'd say. The international basketball it's a slower pace. It's a little more gritty. It's a little more physical. They don't have the defensive three in the key, which changes a whole lot of the spacing and the dynamics of the game. So it's pretty crowded. And it almost feels like a more intense college type game where there's a lot of plays being called. It's a lot of schemes. It's a lot of you have to know who you're playing with, and you have to be able to play with them well and have that chemistry. So it's very different in that way. In the G League, you kind of guys get traded, cut, picked up in the middle of the year, leave to go play overseas. So a lot of times you can end up with a brand new team each month is a new team pretty much, and you just kind of figure it out. And at times the G League can get a little too quick and become kind of like an open gym style type game with a lot of up and down. I think the league does a better job of having balance with that in terms of letting the game get out of control. I think a lot of that has to do with the point guards in the league. They're just a little more experienced at controlling the pace, the tempo of the game. But the overseas experience was huge for me in my game, I think, just because I had a whole summer where basically I was playing basketball all year long. I didn't really have an off season for too long. A lot of guys work out, but when you're working out and adding that competitive piece in a situation where you're not comfortable in, being on the road, we went from New York to Atlanta to Dominican Republic to Canada to Nigeria to China. So it's like I'm in all these places that I'm foreign to, and I'm still trying to find a way and compete and be effective and be good at myself and be comfortable in my own game. So I think doing that additional challenge of kind of being on the move and just trying to figure it out and compete, I think that helped me mentally, which the mental side of this game at this level is huge. I think that just helped me stay prepared and stay locked in.
Yeah. So Tyler Hero and Jimmy Butler both say they have the most drip on the team. Who do you think has it?
That's tough. That's tough. It's just very different styles. Tyler for sure got some drip. Tyler and K-Man, they for sure go out their way to have some grip when they're moving around. So that's tough. I'm probably gonna go between those two.
Okay.
Do you usually plan your pregame outfit, or you just kind of whatever you have on, you have on?
I think I only planned it once, to be honest. Maybe once or twice, but even then, it was going back and forth from the G League to the NBA was kind of. I never really knew how long I'd be up top for or how long I'd be in the G League for, so it was tough to kind of have that stuff kind of prepared.
Okay, moving on to 2K. So you have an 83 3-point rating in 2K20, which is higher than Kemba Walker, Devin Booker, and CJ McCollum, amongst others. So what are your thoughts on that?
I mean, it went down. It was higher when I first got in the game. It was higher after my Clippers game, then it went down after that. I had a little cold streak, but it's definitely interesting when you're used to seeing all these guys only on TV, and now you're competing against them and watching their film and breaking down their game. Obviously, 2K is fun, and it's cool how they break down the game like that. I haven't had the chance to play against any of those guys yet. I'm eager to get that opportunity, but all three of those names are great players and competitive as hell. So it's definitely watching the Kemba film and preparing, being here when we played Boston. He's a hell of a player, and CJ too. So it's cool that 2K got me listed on there as a better shooter. I for sure think I can shoot the ball. I'm confident in myself. So hopefully I'll have the chance to get out there on the court and play against them one of these days.
Is it weird that you're in 2K, like playing as yourself and all that? Is that like a surreal feeling to you?
Oh, it's crazy. For the longest, it took like a month or so for it kind of settle in that I was like in the NBA. Because that was one of the first things people like called and sent me. And they're like, "Hey, I'm playing with you in 2K," and I'm like, "Okay, that's crazy." Yeah, so it was definitely one of those moments, kind of like, okay, well, I'm kind of here now. I've kind of arrived. So it was definitely cool, little milestone to check off the list.
Yeah.
Because you're in the game, does that make 2K20 your favorite 2K?
No, 2K16 was pretty good.
Yeah.
That's the
Yeah,
best
it was
one.
pretty good.
Best
I'm
one.
with that
But
100%.
But 2K20 is the one I played the most. I got all my career builds on there. I got all kinds of stuff going. Where I'm currently at, my Wi-Fi is not the best, so I get too frustrated when I try to play online with 2K. So I haven't played the game in a while, but over the course of this season, it was definitely probably my most played game, and I was in the park quite a bit.
What's your build?
I got like 7. I got a glass clean lockdown. I got
Oh my.
a glass
Hopefully
clean
Isaiah
lockdown at 7'3". I got a glass clean lockdown at 6'10" that can shoot it. He's a lefty. I got a playmaking shot creator that's 6'4". I got a 3-level scorer that's 6'4". I got a 6'10" playmaking sharpshooter, power forward.
Goodness.
I got a slashing finisher that's like a 6'8" wing. I think I got a couple more.
Yeah. I wouldn't want to play against that glass cleaner in the
Mm-mm.
neighborhood.
Mm-mm.
No, I got a paint beast in there too. Paint beast is a problem.
Oh my god.
Wow. Yeah.
Yeah, I got a few bigs. I like playing at the bigs for sure.
Yeah.
2K is
I can
content.
tell. I can tell.
I got a 2-way sharpshooter too. I probably made him
Dang,
the
Gabe.
most. He's probably the most like me in the game. Like if I had to create myself in the game, probably him. Yeah, no, I got a few builds on there.
Yeah, a few.
Well,
Much
hey,
money
they
do you
all
think you
nice too.
spent on
Y'all
this
thought I was-
grinding mode?
They're all nice too. I didn't really spend too much, man. I got once I got into the league, I got verified on 2K, so they kind of helped me out with a lot of that stuff, and yeah, they got verifications on 2K.
Oh my
How do you keep
gosh.
track of all those?
It's so like when you you'll know because when you see them running around the park, they'll have a little logo over their head. And yeah, people start to ask. One person asked me if I was Mo Williams. It's just like, bro, I'm not. But it was always funny when I get on there and play with D Jones. We'd be running around and people would just be following us, trying to figure out who we were. It was comedy.
The Heat have some huge personalities on that roster. What's the dynamic in the locker room like?
It's an amazing locker room, amazing group of guys. We get along really well. We've been getting on phone calls on Zoom as well and staying in touch. And there's definitely a lot of personalities. We have a good mix of young and old, and experience and less experience. So, I mean, it's a good family environment, coaching staff included. We all kind of get together and joke around. So I think I think the fact that we are close like that has led to a lot of the success they've had over the course of the year. Me, obviously, joining in January, I'm kind of new to the locker room, especially on the Miami side, spending most of my time in Sioux Falls. So getting to know the guys has been fun for me, and it's been a good experience. But we're also very real with each other, and we call each other out when things need to be addressed. And our ultimate goal is to win, and we're focused on that. And so we're going to do whatever it takes to accomplish that goal.
Yeah.
How cool is it to have Udonis Haslem on that roster and just take everyone under his wing?
OG. Yeah. It's cool to have OG. He does a great job at being a vet. He kind of brings everyone in. He sets the tone. He lets he'll be the one to make sure everyone's focused after we're having a good time. We're about to lock in for the game. He'll reel everybody in and make sure everyone's locked in. And he'll pull people to the side here and there and just have words of wisdom. And we definitely appreciate OG over here, and I know all of Miami appreciates him. So, Mr. Miami.
Yeah.
Yes,
And
sir.
also, there's kind of like a myth around the NBA, just like from his past teams, that Jimmy Butler he's bad to his teammates. And everyone on the Heat kind of just like dispels that. What do you have to say about that?
And the media is crazy. The media is crazy. They do a lot of things to get a story going. Being close to Jimmy, face to face with him in the locker room with him. He's a good, hardworking dude. He loves his teammates. He loves to win. He loves to compete. So I mean, if you're everyone over here is part of that culture, has that mindset. If you're not competitive, you're not trying to win. I mean, I don't even think I'd get along with you. So if people are just have a different way of approaching life, a way of approaching the game, they might not get along with Jimmy, and you might not get along with me either, or anybody else that's over here in the Heat organization. We all like to compete, we all like to win. So
Yeah.
I dispel all that as well. Jimmy's a good guy. He sent us all basketball hoops to make sure we can still get our game going. So he's all about winning. He's all about his team. I love Jimmy.
Yeah, you could tell this year because I've been watching them for my whole life. I've been watching the Heat. You can tell by far this year when Jimmy joined the team how everything just changed so quickly.
Right.
And everything.
A great season.
Right. He just he brings a different type of competitive edge. He has a different kind of chip on his shoulder, and you can't help him. It's contagious, and other guys pick up on that. And in many ways, he brings out the best of a lot of guys.
Yeah. All right, so moving on to a different subject. What's on your pregame playlist and what you've been bumping during quarantine?
Ooh, pregame playlist. That's tough for me. I'm kind of all over the place, to be honest. My man Koch has a song called "Be Yourself" that he shouts me out in, so I make sure I always listen to that. His album just dropped 2 days ago, actually. But I had the early release on that, so I was listening to that one for sure before I play. And during quarantine, I've literally listened to everything. I made a whole country playlist. Get into country. Drake's album just dropped. Been listening to that. Been listening to the Drake leak. So half those songs before they dropped, I was listening to that.
Yeah, I saw on your
all
story,
kinds of R&B.
playlist.
Yeah, it's fire, by the way. You should swipe up.
Yeah.
Add that to your tape. Because if you don't like country before that, you will after that playlist. It's fire. Yeah, literally everything, man, to be honest. A little gospel on Sundays, but I'm all over the place.
All right. So who would you say is your most influential artist?
Drake.
Drake?
Yeah.
All right.
I knew he was going to say that.
Yeah, no question.
All right. Favorite album from Drake and favorite song too.
Shut It Down, favorite song.
All right.
Album, I'm gonna have to go. It's in between Nothing Was the Same and Take Care for me.
All right. See, I'm Nothing Was the Same. That album's crazy. That album's crazy.
That album's been hitting a little bit different lately for sure.
Oh,
sure.
definitely.
Take Care just has such a special place in my heart.
Yeah.
I feel that.
Would you say Take Care is your favorite album of all time?
It's top 5 for sure.
Yeah. Do you think you have a number one? As of right now, you have a number one album?
No, I don't think I do. It's tough for me because each time I listen to a different album of Drake's, I start to like it more. So
yeah.
Like right now when I'm in Miami, I'm looking out the water, I'm kind of like, I got the More Life vibes going. I really want to hear some more live. I want to hear Georgia come up on the track and go crazy.
Yeah. All right. So we know you really like music, but we also know you really like video games. And I think Alex has a question on that one.
Yeah. So, what was your favorite video game as a kid, and how does it compare to your favorite video game now?
My favorite video game as a kid. Hold on one second. I'm driving by this music. It's going crazy. Favorite video game as a kid. Maybe NBA Jam. That game was crazy.
Oh yeah.
The WWE game on the Nintendo 64.
I got both of those.
That game was crazy. Or the one with was that one with Star Fox? That game was crazy too.
Yeah.
On the Dreamcast, I think it was. Ooh. You can never go wrong with like the Mario Karts. We used to play that in college. That game was hilarious. Someone had the 164, get the Mario Kart going, get real competitive in there.
All right. And what about right now?
Right now, I'm playing a whole lot of Call of Duty right now.
Yeah, Modern Warfare.
Yeah, a whole lot.
Have you won yet?
I'm not.
Yeah, how many dubs have you taken?
Zero Warzone dubs, man. Zero.
Tough.
So hard.
Warzone is so tough.
Our game is impossible.
I like I like to go like play some gunfight. Like I like to get 10 of my homies together and get there and go 5v5. Like let's get in there and talk some trash and see what you really got.
Yeah.
All right. Quick
that's what I've been on the last couple of weeks.
What about any GTA?
GTA. I think the last GTA I played. I haven't played GTA in a while. I think I got it on my PlayStation. My PlayStation's back in California. I've just been rocking with the Xbox lately.
Yeah.
And I've been getting a lot of crap for it too, so it's crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's some gang wars going on GTA right now.
I've been seeing that with the aliens.
It's crazy. It's crazy.
Hey, I'm team green all day.
Team green
all day.
Purple.
I'm not letting no aliens pull up on me, man. I'll be firing off.
They'll do it. They don't care. They don't care.
Shane, you still trying to join the Men in Black?
Yes, I'm joining a side gang because I don't run with the trends and stuff. I do my own thing, so.
I don't really understand the online GTA though. I've never played that. My teammate was telling me about it though. He loves it for real.
It's crazy.
It's crazy. Quick side question: how do you feel about like the NBA doing all the like the Call of Duty like gaming tournaments and everything?
It's cool. I think you know what I mean. We're like sometimes I think people forget that athletes or people that sometimes get a status like a celebrity status, like we're regular people too. And you know, my teammate Myers Leonard is huge on the game, and it's like, yeah, like he's in quarantine just like everyone else is. You know what I mean? Like he's doing what everyone else is doing. You know, we're on the game, hanging out, we're working out at home. Like, so I think it's a cool way to just kind of build that interaction with fans and with people that are involved. And I think it's cool that, you know, people get to see guys in a different light. You know, sometimes they might only see Myers as the guy on the court, you know, being loud and being active and making threes and getting stops. To then see him take that energy and put it into a video game that he's passionate about. You know, I think it's really cool. The fans get to see and interact with that.
Yeah.
Good.
Would you ever? Oh, okay.
About Myers Leonard, do you see what he did to his hair?
Yeah, man, for a good cause.
Yeah.
Good cause. Little Vice colors. You got the colors on right now.
Yeah, it's so funny.
All right. Would you consider doing one of those 2K tournaments that they host?
No, not really. That's just not really. It's not really my game like that to just go and get on there and play the 2K stream, especially when I told you how bad my Wi-Fi was over here. But I mean, I know myself. I'm not the best 2K player out there. I know a lot of people spend a lot of time playing online against other people and stuff like that. That's just never really been the way I get down. So I don't know if I'd participate in it myself, but it was definitely cool to see how they did that and streamed it and all that.
Yeah. Who do you think the best 2K player is on the Heat that you've played against or with?
I know D Jones is pretty good. D Jones and T Hero are pretty good. Those are a couple that I've been around while they were playing. I played with D Jones the most on 2K, so he's pretty good. I'd probably say him. I know he represented us in the tournament that we had with the ESPN and all that too. So.
Yeah.
All right. If you could live inside one video game for the rest of your life, what would you choose?
Ooh. Assassin's Creed.
Oh, that's a good choice.
Oh, damn.
All right. I see you, Gabe. I see you.
By the way, that's the top 5 game, by the way. I got a whole trio over there downloaded.
All right. All right.
I think we're
no, the pizza jersey.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
Gabe.
Oh yeah.
we got to bring this up. For those who can't see,
we can't let that go.
Gabe's rocking the pepperoni pizza uniform for the Stockton Kings.
Pizza
for National
good.
Cheese Pizza Day.
I know the pizza.
Was the other teams looking at you funny as you guys rolled up in pepperoni?
Yeah, absolutely. They said all kinds of things. They could not believe, you know, but the gist of what they were saying, so I'm not going to repeat everything, was why do they have y'all doing this? You know, why did they set you up like this? Like they should never made you guys wear this one. It was rough. The straight pizza all over the place. We had an asparagus one too that was rough.
Oh my goodness.
Did you guys
Who
win
wants an
those games?
asparagus jersey?
Yeah, we won. Yeah,
All
we
right.
won for sure.
That makes it a little better.
Yeah, you can't wear pizza and lose, man. That's a bad look.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nah.
You gotta win something because you already lost wearing pizza all over yourself. You gotta win the game.
What idea was
You
that?
gotta win the game. That's on the business side, man. I just did what I was told. We had to deal. I think we had to deal with round table at the time.
All right.
So I don't know, man. We got some pizza later on, so it works out, I guess.
All right.
All right. I got a quick question. Oh, I got a quick question.
You
Lifestyle.
go.
All right. So
Lifestyle.
what's it been like since getting the blue check on Instagram? Like, how have things changed? How have things changed?
Man, things changed. In what way, Shane? What do you mean how things changed?
Personally, I want to know how many girls' DMs you slid into. You know?
That I slid into?
Yes, or that slid into yours.
Okay.
I just want to know.
I mean, I don't really slide into DMs like that.
All right.
It's like few and far between that I'll slide into someone's DMs, but it's been cool. Like I don't think it's changed much, to be honest.
All right.
I don't think it's changed much.
All right.
I think the 2K verifications changed his life more than the Instagram verification.
Yeah, people are always watching me when I'm playing in the park in 2K. They try to see if I'm trash or not, trying to figure out who I am. But the IG verification was cool. It was, you know, it's kind of like it was just for me now. It's like the blue check don't mean you're famous. It just means that Instagram says you're famous. So it's like it's kind of a lot of fluff. But definitely, I think people are more willing to open a DM when they see it's a check because they know you're not trying to sell them some fake shit.
Yeah.
Sorry about that.
Yeah.
You good. Yeah, I think they kind of just they know that you are who you say you are, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know.
Yeah.
Maybe I could ask people and see if the blue check changed things or not, but I don't know if they'd be honest.
All right.
Blue check prevents catfishing.
For sure. That's
Facts.
right there.
That's facts.
I got one.
Actually, but I feel like people still can catfish.
Yeah.
It's all about the angles of the photos, right? Like,
You know your angles,
Don't
Gabe?
catfish, people. Don't catfish.
Yeah.
And I just smile, man. I just smile. That's all I do. I let the camera take care of the rest.
I got one last question for you. So, like, watching Derrick Jones Jr. on TV, it's insane how high he jumps, how athletic he is. What's it like seeing that in person? It's when he gets up there.
It's like I'd probably say it's twice as insane as seeing it on TV.
Yeah.
Like the dunks he was doing in the dunk contest, he was doing those like before our game.
Yeah.
Which was crazy.
Wow.
It was like we'd be doing layup lines and he was just like, hey Duncan, go stand right there. I'm gonna just take off with 2 feet from a step inside the free throw line and jump over you. And someone throw me a lob. And it was just like regular day-to-day action for him, you know. So seeing him in the dunk contest, it was cool. Cool to support him. And cool to see him do what he does. And you know, he's an amazing athlete.
Yeah.
Crazy.
All right. I got one quick question. All right. So what's it like throwing on those Vice jerseys? Because personally, I think those are the best
Love
jerseys in the NBA. So
Yeah, I agree with that.
close.
I agree with that. Yeah,
I'm
they
a
are
huge
close.
fan of the Vice. I'm a huge fan of the Vice. And some of the games, I wasn't sure if I was going to be dressing out for, or if I had to be in a suit. And so when I first got here and I saw saw my name on the back of it, I'm like, of all jerseys, it's the Vice. I was freaking out.
Was it the blue one or the pink one?
Blue one.
Blue. All right. The
Blue,
blue ones are hard. Those are hard.
Yeah, I'm a big fan of the blue ones.
Yeah.
I
got
know
a pair of
they're as hard as
socks over
the
there somewhere,
Stockton
too.
Kings pizza uniform, personally.
I mean, the worst part about the pizza uniform is the pizza looked half good. Like, when you laid it out, I'm like, this pizza doesn't look too bad. Like, it's a little greasy, but it's not too bad.
Yeah.
All right. All right.
What about what's that pizza place that JD loves in Santa Barbara?
Oh, it's Doc's, man.
Yeah, you think that's the best pizza place around?
Oof, it's tough. I've had some good pizza in my lifetime, man. It's definitely if I'm in Santa Barbara, I'm definitely going to Woodstock though.
Yeah.
I've had some good pizza out here in Miami. I forget the name of the restaurant, but it's definitely up there for me.
Yeah.
I think Woodstock just holds such a special place for me with everything that comes around with it. The times we would get together with Shane and his family over there, or the times I'd be there with some of the homies from college. So it definitely has hold a little nostalgia for me. So I'd say it's top 5.
Yeah.
You kind of lucked out with locations of playing too. Playing college ball, Santa Barbara, and then going to play in Miami. That's 2 nice areas.
It's one beach to another. I really, it's hard to. I can't complain too much over here. Let's flip this camera. It's not too bad over here.
All right. Views, big views.
I'm just holding it down in my hotel, man.
Yeah.
Just holding it down out here, quarantined up.
That's so nice.
But
All right, so what?
Definitely a big fan of Miami.
I got a question. So, like, what? I know since like quarantine, everything is kind of, not like ruin the experience in Miami, but like before pre-quarantine, what were you doing? What were you doing for fun?
For fun, I was working out. I was working out whenever I was here. When I would be in Miami, I wouldn't be here very long. I'd be here probably for like 4 or 5 days, and I'd go back to the G League. And then those 4 or 5 days, we probably have like 3 games or something like that.
Yeah.
So I'd be pretty occupied. I'd probably go get food or just order food in and try to just stay locked in and stay ready for what was going on. But since quarantine, because this was supposed to be the time during the playoffs, after the G League, after Skyforce had won the championship in the G League, I was going to be here with Miami and go there in the playoffs. And this was going to kind of be my time to be working out and kind of be able to see Miami and whatnot if I didn't travel, whatever the case may be. But since quarantine, I actually bought a bike like a week ago.
Oh yeah.
2 weeks ago now. And so I've been biking around, seeing Miami on a bike, and it's been a cool way to kind of experience the city and to get out of my hotel. I mean, they sent us some stuff to work out in the room with. We've been getting on Zoom calls and getting workouts in throughout the week. But it was a good way to get some extra cardio and to get outside. So.
Yeah.
That's what's up.
But there's a lot to do in Miami though, from good food to the beach to the nightlife. It's all a whole bunch of stuff.
For sure.
Oh wait, what was it like hanging out with Rick Ross? I saw that on your story.
Oh man, on the record, Ricky Rose is cool, man. Ricky Rose, hanging out with Ross at our gala, being on stage with him, that was really cool, man. Ross is a good dude. Getting to meet him, Dermot Kennedy. I wasn't too familiar with his music beforehand, but after meeting him and seeing him perform, I'm definitely all the way tapped in, man. I'm tapped in on Dermot. He's a good dude. We've had a few conversations here and there. So definitely that. And on the record, craziest thing that's happened since I was in the league would probably be meeting Ross and being in that environment at our gala for sure.
Yeah. Hey, that Lord Knows feature, still one of my favorite features.
Oh man, he probably performed like 5, 6, 7 songs there too. So it was cool, man.
Yeah,
it was cool to get to meet him and kind of and having Udonis introduce him in that setting and how close him and UD are. It was cool to see that.
Yeah.
From last year, do you remember playing Kendrick Nunn in the G League?
100%. 100%. I knew exactly how good he was. When this year started, I wasn't surprised at all what was going on. I wasn't surprised at all that he was in the Rookie of the Year race, or is in the Rookie of the Year race. Kendrick's a hell of a player. He can really play.
Yeah.
And even last year when he was in the G League, he didn't belong in the G League. So I'm glad Miami saw that and took a chance on him, and I'm sure they're very satisfied.
Yeah.
Definitely.
All right, back to music. So you got Drake number 1. Who do you think the other artists in your top 5 are?
I was just talking about this with my teammate the other night. Like, if we were on a deserted island, you can only listen to 5 artist's music for the rest of your life,
Hmm.
I'll probably be Drake. I'll probably go J. Cole. I'll probably go Ed Sheeran.
Mm, ah.
Yeah, I need that. I need a little different vibe. I'm probably gonna go Khalid,
Okay.
and then I'm see. Pardon me. This is when I get stuck on my female artists. I don't know if I need Rihanna. I don't know if I need Georgia. I don't know if I need Snow. But I'm gonna take one of those three as my pick.
All right.
I
Just
think I'd take
because
Snow out
Rihanna
of
got a
those
lot of
three.
music. But Rihanna
Yeah.
got a lot of music though.
Yeah, I gotta go with
Yeah.
Rihanna.
Got a
I
lot of
mean,
music
Rihanna
out.
got bangers since 2010. So like
Whole
she's got a lot of
whole
music.
decade of hits.
Yeah.
Whole decade of hits.
That's it. Yeah.
I don't
You
think I
might-
could live without Kanye or Daniel Caesar. Those
Okay.
two.
Daniel's dope, man. I saw him at Coachella. He's a good little vibe.
Yeah.
Yeah, you might need to send over that country playlist. I might need to hear that.
It's good, man. I'll send it to Shane. He can forward it to y'all.
All
Yes,
right.
sir.
I got y'all. All right. I got another question. Like on
Yeah.
topic of music, what's your like guilty pleasure like song right now at the moment? You know you shouldn't be
Guilty
listening to.
pleasure song.
Yeah, like you know you shouldn't be listening to it, but you still do anyways.
Let me go look. I don't really know what you mean by that though. I'm not really ashamed of my music.
All right, but we all got that one song that we're like, all right, if I play this in the car around my friends, I'm gonna get clowned. Like you know you're gonna get clowned. No matter what. We all got that one song. I got multiple.
Yeah, Shane's
Bro,
played some
your whole
songs where it's
playlist.
like
His whole playlist
Really?
he gets clowned out for.
no, Shane's got
not
Shane's got
that.
bangers though. Like
I got bangers.
like
He knows I got
it's
bangers.
guilty pleasure songs, but I got the same guilty pleasure songs, so like
Right.
it's
I mean, I
fine.
tell
It's the same.
everyone I'm all over the place with my music though. So like, I got a playlist of like some light mainstream EDM type that most people,
Oh my
and
goodness.
I guess in my world wouldn't listen to. But I mean, there's a time and place for everything. Some Jonas
I don't know,
Brothers sometimes
man.
goes crazy.
Jonas Brothers.
One of my teammates
Yeah,
put me
Jonas-
on some Jonas Brothers. I'm
Jonas
like,
Brothers
okay,
are
they got
hard.
some bars in here. Yeah, so
Yeah.
it's like I don't really have a guilty pleasure about it.
All right.
I just appreciate good music.
All right.
I see
I'll
you.
stand on my hill. Like I got no problem blasting some Justin Bieber and being like, yeah, this is me.
Oh,
What's up?
hey, same
Justin
here,
Bieber
same
goes
here.
hard. I'm not gonna
Justin
lie.
Bieber. That new album that he released is fire. That new album.
Was I still listen to it? Yeah, I'm not gonna lie.
It's crazy. It's fire.
And he got a song with Ariana coming out next Friday too that I'm excited to hear. All right,
He's been releasing.
who's the best performer you've seen live?
I mean, it's hard not to say Beyonce.
Oh yeah.
You
But I
Did you
was
see her at
Beyonce.
Coachella?
Yeah, I was at Coachella that year.
Oh my god. That was great. And didn't they have Kendrick that year too?
Yep, Kendrick pulled up with SZA.
And Travis
Miguel was
Scott.
really cool though. Miguel was really cool though.
Oh yeah, Miguel's fire.
Miguel put on a show and it hit them high notes. It was cool. Beyonce's was cool. It was just too like it was almost too good. It was almost like you know what I mean? It's like you went to an open gym and guys were playing and LeBron walks in. It's like there's no question. Like that's Beyonce.
Yeah.
Like we know, you know what I mean? It's like we know who you are. You get it. You do this. You made your point very clear.
Yeah.
You know, kind of like a Super Bowl halftime performance. It was like so clean cut. Everything was on point. But Miguel's a little more raw. I think I like that one a lot.
Yeah. All right, we appreciate
y'all.
it, man. Can't wait
Yeah,
to see
thank
you
you
play
for
some
coming
more.
on.
Yeah.
Yep. Stay safe, y'all.
You too.
Yeah, you too.
Peace out.
Peace out.
See you, man.